Hello friends, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here or you're just now seeing my page, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like this video and subscribe down below. I'm so excited for today's video, and please go check out my previous videos. I would really like that. And if you are new here, welcome. Hello. This is a mix of college lifestyle and also booktube. So today we are doing a booktube video, and I want to share with you guys my 2025 TBR. I have my own TBR written out, not written out, but on my Fable. And so I'm just going to kind of read off the books, and yeah, I want to share these with you guys. This is what I hope to get to for 2024. It is a list of 53 books. There are a few other books I would like to read that I have not listed on here, but stay tuned. If you have read these, put in the comments your thoughts on the book, whichever book you have read. If multiple, let me know. I'm so excited to read all these. I've heard great things, and yeah, let's just get into the video. So my TBR, my goal this year is to read 50 books. I'm already 4 through, so we're doing pretty good. But I wanted to share some books that I really want to read this year. And yeah, so the first one I really want to read is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Obviously, this is the new Hunger Games book that is coming out in March, so it has not released yet. But if you don't know, this has to do with Haymitch and just his story. And I love her books. I love the movies, so I will definitely be reading this when it comes out. I'm very excited to read this book. Next, this book actually just came out a few days ago, but it's Beg, Borrow, Steal by Sarah Adams. Obviously, this is very popular, so eventually I want to buy this and read it myself because I'm a big romance girl, and I just think it's a really cute book. So yeah, next is Apprentice and Assistant to the Villain. Assistant is first, Apprentice second. Actually, my roommate I think she has Apprentice, but Assistant is first, and so I want to read both. I see this book everywhere, and it just calls me every time, but I have yet to buy it, so I would like to read both of those. Next is The Starling House, which I actually do have that book, and so I will be reading that pretty soon. Probably actually will be my second to next read, so I might be reading that soon. Next is the Agatar series. My sister has the whole series, and so I will be reading these as well because yeah, I've heard great things, and it just seems like a really good series, and I've been getting more into fantasy. Next is We Hunt the Flame, right here. So eventually I will be reading this one as well because I've heard great things about it. So yeah. Next is Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and I'm going into that with Nothing Like the Movies, obviously the two. Lynn Painter, I'm reading a book by her next. After I finish my current read, I'm reading The Do-Over. And so I'm very excited to see her writing style, and I've heard great things about Lynn Painter, so I want to read Better Than the Movies and also Nothing Like the Movies. Next is The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. Great things about this as well. I've heard this is a moving book, and so my sister actually has this book as well, so I plan to read that. Next is Powerless, Powerful, and Reckless. Obviously the whole series I would like to read. My sister claims that this is her favorite series, so I'm very excited to see if it lives up to the hype, and I actually plan to read that very soon. So I'm excited to read that series. I'm very, very excited. Next, okay, this book, I went to Barnes & Noble yesterday, and I almost bought this book because I just saw it, and I was like, I have been wanting this, but I refrained because I'm kind of broke. But that book is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. This is a book about kids in a video game, I think, or they make their own video game. Let me see I'm gonna read the description. So it says, in a dazzling world of video game design, two college friends vying fame, tragedy, and immorality. Okay, so it's a love story mixed with a video game. So it just sounds very, very good, and that one is, I really want it. Next is The Lost Ticket by Freya Samson. Heard great things about this one, so I was like, I want to try this one out as well. And then this one, guys, I almost bought this as well yesterday at Barnes & Noble, and that is Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. I haven't read anything by Kristen Hanna yet, but I've just heard she's really, really good. So I wanna read some of her books. Next is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. I've also heard that she's a great author, and I saw this book at Target, and I was like, oh, this looks good, but it was a little more on the pricey side, but eventually I would like to read this. Next, okay, guys, I want these books so bad, and that is these two books by Isabel Ibanez, What the River Knows and Where the Library Hides. I don't know what it is. I think, guys, it's just the cover, because the cover is absolutely gorgeous. Here are the pictures of them. I just leave those there because they're just gorgeous, like so gorgeous. I love them. Next is Magnolia Parks. I know you all know what this is. Please, if you have read this, let me know your thoughts, because I am very curious. I'm a little skeptical still, but I eventually wouldn't mind reading it. Maybe. We'll see. Next is If I Never Met You by Mari McFarlane. I've also heard great things about Mari McFarlane, and I would like to read some of her books. So I added this one to my TBR as well. And then You Again by Kate Goblik. Again, I've just heard things. I've watched other booktubers, and so I've gotten a lot of my TBR list from those. Ready or Not by Cara Stone. A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. And then again, Mari McFarlane's Just Last Night. So I'd like to get a few books by her and see how she is. Then this one, guys, I really want is The Ministry of Time by Kayleen Bradley. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But basically this says that it's a thrilling blend of time travel and spy intrigue. A civil servant navigates love and the unknown of ministry and time, where history unfolds in her very own home. So this one sounds so interesting, and I really, really want it. This one, guys, I also bought at Barnes & Noble yesterday. There's these three books. I all wanted them, but I don't have money, so I stopped. But that is Bear Town. If you have read this one, please let me know. This is by Frederick Backman. Hope I'm saying that right. Bachman? I don't know. I'm trying to make sure I say their names right. But Bear Town, this one sounds very interesting. And yeah, I've seen a few booktubers put this as their number one read of the year in 2024. So I would really like to check this one out. Next is Same Time Next Summer by Annabelle Monaghan. I think this would be a good summer read, and I would like to get a lot of books for the summer that are summer oriented and like summer themed. So I want to read this one. Guys, I really want to start reading books by Catherine Senner, and so I have the rom-commers on my TBR. This one sounds very interesting, and yeah. Next is The Wishing Game. I actually bought this on Monday. She's gorgeous. Look at this. Like, look how pretty she is. So I will be reading this one very soon, and so that's on my TBR. And it's just such a cute little book, and I'm very excited. Next is Girl Brought by Elle Kennedy. And then we have the series that I was told was themed around, like, Disney fairy tale parks. And that's a series called, well, I don't know if it's, like, all the same books, but The Fine Print, Terms and Conditions, and The Final Offer by Lauren Asher. So if you've read those, can you confirm if they're, like, Disney themed? Because that's what I was told, and I'm a big Disney adult, so let me know, because I add those, because it sounded interesting to me. Okay, and the next is the Once Upon a Broken Heart and Ballad of Never After and Curse for True Love. My sister has these as well, so I will be reading these. I would love the UK covers, but I don't know where to find them because I don't have money for that. So she has just the regular covers, but those ones are a big one on my TBR because I think they're getting more popular by the second. Okay, these next two are probably the next books I plan to buy when I do let myself buy another book, and those are Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies and Emily Wilde's Map of the Other Lands. And let me just put a picture right here of both of these covers, because when I saw these covers, I didn't even care about the back. I'm so sorry, but sometimes when I see covers, I'm like, you're coming home with me just because you have a QE cover. So these books, I eventually did read the back, but these books sound so good. They're gorgeous, and I want them so bad. So I will be buying these sooner rather than later. Next we have, and I think this is also a series, is A Kingdom of Stars and Shadows and A Kingdom of Blood and Betrayal by Holly Renee. I solely want to get her books for her covers as well, and because I really want to see her writing style. So these two books for her, and then also by her is The Veiled Kingdom and The Hunted Heir, which those two are in a series. So I would like to get a few books by Holly Renee and check those out. And then we have, oh yes, this is another one that I probably will do a book buddy read with my sweet mate right here, which she also has a Bookstagram, and I'm gonna put it in the description. So go follow her Bookstagram and follow my Bookstagram. Mine is Brooke's Bookshelf and hers is Literary Lizard. Go follow us, and we might be doing a book buddy read for Trust of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. She loves Brandon Sanderson, so I would really like to read one of his books and see how he is. And then we have the series by Shane Rose, which is Between Desire and Between Desire and Denial, Between Love and Loathing, that whole series. So I would like to read those as well. And then I have Collide, which I think is, what kind of series is this? A hockey romance. Collide by Bal Cabra. Correct me if I'm saying these wrong, because I don't know. And then we have Fragile Sanctuary. I really want to read this book. I think it sounds very interesting and very cute, so I would like to read this one as well. Then I have Just for the Summer, and so I really want to read this one as well. My sister has this one, so I plan to read this eventually. Then I have Funny Story by Emily Henry. I have not read her books yet, but I would like to read a few by Emily Henry as well. And then we have Beach Read by Emily Henry. And then I have The Do-Over on my TBR, and that is actually the next book I will be reading. So I'm very excited to start that. And then my final book on my Fable TBR is People We Meet on Vacation by Emily Henry. And so this is just a list of like 50-ish books. And this is my 2025 TBR. I would love to get through all of these. We will see what happens. I'm a pretty fast reader. It's only the 12th day of January, and I've already read 4 books, and I probably will finish my 5th tomorrow. So we're in a good spot right now. But my goal is 50. My TBR is a little more than 50, so we'll see what happens. But please let me know if you have read any of these books in the comments. I would love to know your thoughts. Or if you have any recommendations for me, let me know. Go follow my Bookstagram, and I'll leave that in the description. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video today. And yeah, stay tuned for more booktube and bookish videos, as well as college lifestyle. And again, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great night.